Hello everyone, it's Helen here and thank you for joining me today. I'm just going to grab my phone here because it made a noise as I went live. But anyways, I've just got my phone there so I can see all of the comments. So how is everyone? If you can hear me okay, let me know in the comments. I'd love to see who's here and where you're from. So we're just going to have a few minutes intro and then we'll get straight into the tutorial. So I'm just clicking over here so I can keep an eye on things. So a lot of you will be having little notifications saying I'm live. So yeah, pop on to the chat and say hi. And if you're watching on the replay, if you want to skip this part, you can do. So just waiting for people to come on and say hello. So how has everyone been this week? It's been very rainy. It's been a very rainy month here. And it's been very busy actually as well. So I've had 2 launches for this London collection, one at Hochanda and one at Craft World Live. So I was quite busy, but I'm feeling much rested now. So I'm happy to come on and do a live. So oh, I've got people saying hi. So we have Sharon. Hi Sharon. We have Claire. We have Chris from Cardiff. We have another Sharon there, and we have a Karen as well. So hello everyone. So I'm hoping you're all okay. So even if you're on replay, just pop on and say hi. I'm a little bit behind on my replies, but I do try to read them all, so I just need to go through them and click, you know, the little heart button and everything. Okay, so there is a deal of the day on at the moment at Craft Stash. So when I popped on this morning, I saw it, I knew I had to go live tonight. So the deal of the day is my mini album dies, and I'm also going to mix it with the brand new London collection as well. So I just need to make sure that I'm not getting a glare, so I need to kind of tilt these. Okay, so this is the deal of the day bundle, and I think it's $39.99. I am going to double check that for you. Where do we go? I'm on the Craft Stash website now, so I'm just going to have a quick look because I don't really want to give you guys the wrong price, but this does end in a few hours time, so you have to be quick. And if you are watching on the replay and you missed the deal, don't worry, there's always plenty of Simply Made Craft offers coming up. I don't know when they're coming up, but they are quite regular. And also Craft Stash do have like percentages off when you spend a certain amount, you know, just generally. So just keep an eye out, and there'll be another offer coming up. So yes, it is $39.99. So what you get is the landscape album die set. So you can make 2 styles of albums with this, and the portrait album die set, and the small ultimate binding and spine here as well. So let's have a quick look at the landscape one. Okay, so here is the landscape one, and there is the album that it makes. So I haven't finished this one off, but it's just a quick one just so you can see what you can do. So there's enough in here for 6 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6 pages. So that is on landscape, and you'll be using the small binding on the side there. And then the second one is the portrait album die set. So we're going to be making this one up today with my brand new London Christmas in London papers. And if you wanted to, there is an optional extra, because all of these are available individually. If you wanted to make this album on its side, you would be needing the large ultimate binding. Now that was designed for this album to be turned on its side, and you can use the large tall binding for that. I do have an example. I'll probably show you this one every single time, but it's one of my favorites. So this is the landscape album on its side with the long large binding. So there are plenty of other additions for these mini albums as well to make all of these lovely details and shaped pockets, and these flaps here, and these pockets too. So I've popped a link down below, and you can look at all of the mini album dies there as well. And there's going to be loads of tutorials on my channel too. I do have a playlist. So I want to get straight into this now. So this is the Christmas in London papers. So I'm just going to quickly go back to the comments because I don't want to ignore anybody. So I'm talking too fast, I'm getting out of breath. I've had a busy week. So hi Patricia, she's from Swansea. Oh, is it raining there? Very wet Swansea. Okay, I'm going to have to look at the radar for that then. Because it's clear skies here and I can see the moon. Let's see how much rain you guys are getting. Okay, back to this then. And hi Catherine. And she's from Ireland. Oh, she's made the sleigh today, so I hope that went really well. I'm hoping I haven't lost connection. Can everyone still hear me okay? It seems to have kind of gone. It says I've got an excellent connection, but the picture's gone funny. So looks like I'm back. But anyway, hi Mandy. And Colorado creating. Oops, snowy Colorado. I could do with some snow right now. Okay, so with today's dies, I'll quickly show you so you know what I'm up to. I'm going to be using the Portrait Album die set and the small ultimate binding, the new papers, and if I bring in any other die sets I will let you know. So I just need to tidy up a little bit because I always make a little bit of a mess. Okay, so people are saying, yep, the connection's okay there. That's good because my screen froze there. So everyone can hear me, everyone can see me. Okay, so hi Simone, she's from Luxembourg. And hi Sharon. And we've got Patricia again, we've got Trish. Yep, you can all still hear me, that's great. Okay, so where shall I start? Okay, so I hope you're all enjoying your Sunday evenings. It's a bit strange for me to be doing this on a Sunday evening. Okay, so let's start off with our pages first. So I've got everything cut out already. So here are my pages. I've got 6 cut out. There's room for 8, but I'm going to be having hard covers on the front and the back. This is just some grey board here, but I'll be showing you step by step how we're going to be doing that. And I've got my pockets all cut out, so I'm going to leave those aside there. So I only need to cut 6 of these from these lovely London patterned papers. I just absolutely love these, and they're double-sided as well, so your pockets on the inside are going to look really nice. Okay, so I'm going to be using a large format die cutting machine, so I have my Gemini just here. In fact, I need to move these out of the way. Let's move this over. There we go. Okay, so let's load up. So moving to the Portrait Album set. This one here, this is what's going to cut out the page. It gets folded in half and you have the little flap there. And I had a piece of paper cut out. Here we go. Thought I'd lost it, but I hadn't. Okay, I always do stuff like that. Okay, let's pop that on. So I've cut my 12 by 12 down to 7.5. And I've got the pattern in the way that I want it to be going. So let's get that taped down. And then we'll run that through. So again, you are going to be needing a large format machine for this. Move that out the way now. Okay, I'm just going to make a mess over there somewhere and I'll tidy it up later. Okay, so we now have this double-sided page. I absolutely love these colours. Okay, so go with your bone folder. Normally what I would do is I would have this on the inside. On all of my tutorials, I've always put this on the inside, but I'm going to do something a bit different today. I'm going to have this on the outside, and yes, it is going to be visible there, but I do have the pockets here, so I'll use a better example. Here we go, we'll do the red stripy one. So I'm going to pop that over the top there, and that is going to cover that. The reason why I'm doing that is that when we have the inserts that go in and out, you can put some card inserts there, because that makes a pocket page. So sometimes if you don't get your glue all the way up to the top there, and it's glued as flat as possible to the inside, your insert can get caught, and then you have to kind of wiggle it and jiggle it to get it in. It's just the nature of that style of page. So I'm just going to glue this on the outside. Okay, so did I forget to mention, I might have forgot to mention, that everything I'm using today is going to be listed down below, including these papers here. Okay, so I now have that, and I'm going to add the pockets on last. So I now have all of my pages done. So let's choose the order. So I kind of want this one first because it's my favourite. That's a very good reason to have that one first. And then I'm going to kind of alternate these colours. So I don't really want anything the same together like those two. Those are very, very similar in colour, even though this one's a little busier. So I'm going to kind of break that up with a different colour block. Have that, and then we're going to have this one at the back. So that is the order of my pages. Sorry, when I think of something I stop talking, but you should all be used to that by now. Okay, so onto the binding. You may notice we have all of these notches here. That's because we have different sized album pages that you can trim this down to the exact same size that you need, and it also tells you. So we have 6 inches, we have 5 inches, and we have 3 3/4 inches. So you need one of the larger ones and 3 of the smaller ones. So with the first one, we're going to glue this one right in the center. So again, you can use red line tape. Red line tape would be the strongest out of all of the tapes. I'm just going to use glue because it's super duper quick. This is Cosmic Shimmer, and I'm just going to glue this right in at the center. There we go. Don't worry if any glue comes out the edges, because it will dry clear. Okay, so now we can add these to either side, doing your best to get an even amount of space and gaps between those. And again, using the glue, it gives you a bit of wiggle room to get everything in at the right place. So if you have any questions, just write those in the comments. Even if you're watching on replay, pop in your questions and I'll do my best to answer those. Okay, so I'm getting these on as straight as possible, because if any of these are slanted or anything like that, then you're going to get a wonky page, and there won't be anything you can do to kind of straighten that out. The binding has to be as straight as you can get it. Okay, so I'm now going to leave that aside to dry. So I'm going to work on the covers next. So I'm going to give you some measurements here. So this is just ordinary grey board. You can use the backings from my paper pads. That's perfect for this sort of thing. And I've trimmed it down to the exact same size of the pages. You can actually go bigger if you want to. So these measure 6 3/8 by 4 inches. And then I've cut down some gold glitter cardstock as well. This doesn't shed or anything like that, so it's glitter phobic friendly. And I've just gone around the edges of this chipboard here, and I've just added some red tape all the way around because I really want this to have edge to edge adhesion, because there's a least amount of chance then of this peeling. And I'm going to add some glue to the center here. Alternatively, if you want to wrap this, you can do the same technique. It will be the same technique basically on how we put this together. So it depends whatever you want to do with the cover of your album. So I'm hoping this isn't too glary. Let's have a look. Yeah, we seem to be okay. Yeah, don't worry Lisa, just during the video. You can catch up later if you want to watch the beginning again. Okay, let's turn this over, do exactly the same. Is there anyone here that has already tried my mini album dies? I'd love to know how you got on with them. And also I do have a Facebook group where people can share their makes from my channel and also from the Simply Made Crafts. Let me just pop that up now and you can have a quick look at that information. Okay, so that is the information there, and I will try my best to remember to add that to the description down below. Okay, so now I have this exposed area all the way around, so I just need to grab a little bit of ink. So this one is the navy blue from the Paper Craft Society. This could even be from my box. I can't remember. I've got 3 boxes out now. I'm losing count. Okay, so I'm just going around the edges there, just inking all of those edges. Just neatens it up a little bit. And go in from different angles if you're having trouble getting that in. It doesn't really matter. It's not going to bother me if I get any over the edge as well. So I will probably go around a bit later just to do a better job on that, because I'm aware that it is Sunday night and people may have work in the morning, so I don't want to be up too late with this. But then I guess we're all in the same boat where we never want to go to bed. Just stay up as late as possible. I'm one of those. Okay, so I have 2 of these now. And now I haven't made a decision yet on whether I'm going to use this spine. I've got my inky fingers all over this already, so I'm going to decide a little bit later. So this has now had a little bit of time to dry. So we're going to be gluing this on the outside. Oh, I've got that there. Look, there, inks everywhere. That's all right. We're going to be covering this up with paper. So we're going to be gluing that onto the outside flap there. Again, if I make a mess, we always have the option there to cover it with the curved spine. So do take your time doing this part here. So I do have this already covered, but alternatively you can pop this on and add your gold or your cover on top of that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some more up of these here, and I'm going to cover that over, and that is going to pretty much hide everything there. Okay, so let's do the other side. So the reason why I'm using Cosmic Shimmer today is because it is a very strong glue. It's acrylic based and it also dries very clear, so you're not waiting ages for your glue to dry. I'm going to risk picking this up. I'm sure the other side has taken quite well already. although on glitter cardstock and mirror cardstock it can take that tiny bit of extra time, so just be patient. Okay, this is what it should look like. It's very delicate at the moment because the glue is still wet and it's on that different surface as well, so I'm happy with how that's turning out. And if you do add this one goes on last, but before you decorate. So I'm happy with how that has turned out. So we're now ready to start adding our pages. So if you're not new here, you've probably seen me do this a million times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add glue to both sides of the spot of this hinge here. It's easier just to turn it around, and I'm going to work from the back and then work towards the front of the album. So I have my pocket at the top, and you want to have all your pockets facing the top. Now I'm going to slide it on, and then I'm going to lay it down flat, and then I'm going to line it up with this back cover, top and bottom. That's going to keep all of my pages in the same place, and I'm going to press down while it's lying down flat so that it has the ability there to turn. So if you glue it down in this position, it's just going to want to stay up there. It's not going to want to lay flat as it would be if it was just a normal book. So I'm just going to read some of the comments again as I go through, and I'm taking my pages from the bottom of the stack because I put them in the right order. And if you accidentally get your page on upside down, you can simply glue the pocket shut that would now be at the bottom, and then if you also have a directional paper and your paper is now upside down, you can just mat it with another piece of paper and no one would know. I'm just going to slide that on and line it up top and bottom, press down both sides. There we go. Right, so let's keep going. Oh, thank you, Sharon. She loves my dies. They really do make everything a lot easier, because sometimes you just want to play and decorate and use all the nice things that you add onto it, so the hard work has already been done. Don't worry, Benita, and this will be on catch up as well. If you missed the beginning, just go back to catch up, which will be available I think after this video has finished. It could even be available now, I don't know, because I'm filming. Like, I don't know. Thank you, Benita. This is using my new Christmas in London papers, and some of these do lend to be ordinary time of the year as well, so if you have any summer pictures in London, it will also work with that as well. Okay, I just need to make sure that they're kind of even with this front cover as well as the back. Okay, 2 more to go, and then we're almost at the fun bit of decorating. So I'm excited about that because I've got the word London to put on there and the spelling on there as well. So has anyone been to the Winter Wonderland in London? I know it's cancelled this year, but has anyone been to it? Because this would be absolutely perfect for your photographs from there. I know it's going to be all lit up and lovely, and maybe just like ice skating photos if you've been ice skating in London as well. Okay, last one. This is my favourite. This is my favourite pattern here. I can probably use this on everything. Okay, it's adding the last bit of glue here to this piece of binding here. You can always use red tape as well if you're feeling brave enough. I've felt brave a few times, so I have got the knack of it, and it is getting the knack of it. So it is a little riskier using the red tape. It's a lot riskier using the red tape. Got a thing stuck to there. I dropped this and now there's bits stuck to it. Just pop that there. Make sure that is straight. And there we go. And there we have our album. I think I got all my pockets up the right way round. I have. Excellent. Okay, so now we have this album here. Let's have a quick flick through. It all lays flat. It won't lay flat once we have this on. So I'm thinking I might just mat this with, I generally tend to mat this just with the same papers here. But this spine here, if you want an example, I have used it in one of my others. I'm just grabbing that now. If you're wondering what that was, that's my pyjama bottom cords. I'm in my pyjamas. Okay, so here is the spine here. This is the curvature from that, and as you can see, it does try to lie quite flat. So it's not complete as flat as what we've just seen there, but it is still quite flat. I'm going to put that to the side because that's the second time I've got that out now, so it saves me reaching up for it. Okay, so let's move on now and start with, what should we do next? Let's have some fun and do the front. Okay, I'm going to pop this aside. So if you want to use this one, I am going to show you. I'm just going to take this on the edge of my table and drag it off the side downwards, just like that, right on the edge, and that curves it. And then what you would do is you would glue this side here to there, then you would glue this end here to there, and then you would have the curved spine. I actually quite like the look of that. Okay, let's do it. Let's go for it. Let's just do it. Because sometimes you can never tell whether you like something unless you've tried it. We'll see what it looks like. So I'm going to leave that there just to dry on that side before I move it around. It's on glitter paper, so it's moving. Just going to leave it like that. Make sure I get this the right way around. So let's discuss how I'm going to decorate the front. Okay, so I have this for the back cover and I have this bit here for the front. So that one here is going to go just on top there. That's going to make a really nice little book. And then this one is going to go onto the front because I'm going to have a little montage here. So let's have a quick look. So I've got the word London here. I'm going to squish it up to spell so it will fit onto here nicely. That's upside down. That's upside down. Hoping you'll be able to see these. Oh yeah, I can see it's reflecting nicely. And there's the D there. So I'm going to have that on here. So the alphabet dies that I've used, these are the alphabet die set from, this is my range as well, Simply Made Crafts, and that's listed down below. I have used these in so many different things, mini albums, scrapbook pages, you know, even using as initials on Christmas crackers as well. They are so versatile. You can never go wrong with an alphabet die set, and I have all of the ones from Card Making Magic as well because I love a good alphabet die. Okay, so that is going to be my wording, and this would actually look quite nice on here as well. Let's see. So if I was to choose this and have this just as an ordinary London album and not Christmassy at all, these papers are perfect. Just add London like that, and you can put the date somewhere, the year somewhere, and that would look pretty nice too. We're going to be doing something a little bit different for the front. Okay, so that's the back. This is going to be our front cover, and I've got these silhouettes here, and I'm going to change up the bus. I just cut them out onto white paper. This one's on black cardstock, and I have got the other one here to pop behind, but I don't think I like it in this orientation. I think it makes it look a little bit busy for what I have. So this is from the landscape bag inset frame die. So this can go into any gift bag as long as you run it through before you put the gift bag together. So I have a couple of examples here. So here we have this one here. This is the landscape gift bag, and it's a shaker as well, and these are layered, so you do get these tiny little tabs here that fold back. There is a tutorial on my YouTube channel on how to make that, and basically it's a shaker box that fits on the inside of any gift bag, and you can pop it in a lid of a gift box, on the side of a gift box as well. You can make cards with this as well. You can pop little lights inside. I know Lou Collins, she made some lovely examples for when we were on Craft World Live on Friday as well. So that is where I got this silhouette from, and you get everything in there to cut the frame out and everything like that, but I'm just going to use the insides here on the front of the mini album. And because I've used this lovely red cardstock here, I want to have that on the bus. So I'm going to take this out. I'm going to save that for another day for something else, and I'm just going to keep it really simple and do that. So I'm thinking I like that a lot more, and I want to have the red bus cut out of that cardstock there. So let's bring in the cardstock and the die set. Is it this one? Yes, it is. I've got a few inside bits there. Let's get those out. Gonna run that through. Gonna use my Big Shot for this one. So, oh, thank you, Benita. She says it might make it look easy to do. It's just practice. It really is. It's just practice. Actually, I'm just going to cut so I don't end up cutting everything. That's about as much as I need. There we go. So I just want to have the bus. I might get a bit of that tree as well, but I just want the bus. I am going to be fussy. I'm going to pop it that way round because this is slightly marked. It's been through my die cut machine a few times now, so it's a little bit marked. Okay, so here is our bus, and I'm just going to trim this off just like that. This here, this bottom part is going to be covered by the top of this, the brick wall there, and that's going to go on there, and I'll be covering that up, and I think that is going to tie in and match with the lettering. That's one way of coordinating and making sure that your designs match and flow and don't look a bit awkward. That's the same if you're doing card making, scrapbooking, in your mini albums as well. Okay, so let's get this glued together. Right, so here is my bus. Let's get that glued on. I'm going to add the glue. Oh no, I've bent my tree. There we go. It's feeling merry. I'm just going to add my glue all the way around this bus. There we go. And that around. Let's pop that on. I'll probably get a bit of glue coming out the edges, but that's fine. If you want to, you can pop these up onto foam pads as well if you want to add a bit of dimension. So before we put that on, I need to finish off the front cover now. So this has had a bit of time now at the back to kind of set. So I'm just going to add glue now up to this score line here. And I'm going to go right in these corners there. Those corners are pretty important because that is a sort of a weak point as you use the book. So you really want these top edges and bottom edges there really stuck well to your book. Okay, so I'm just using my hands here just to lift this section up because there is a bit of a gap there. So I'm just lifting up that section, making sure everything is straight. Okay, so let's get this popped on. Again, if you want to get really creative and elaborate, you can also cut this down and then matte it again with maybe some gold mirror card, or even red mirror card would look really nice as well as an extra matte. So this measures 3 3/4 by 6, and it's 1/16 there. And we're going to glue that on just like that. And throw your glue around. I really like this side as well. You know, when it's a real shame to kind of just glue down the side which is also your favourite. Right, make sure at this point you have your album the right way up. That's something I'm constantly checking, is whether my album is the right way up. Okay, so now we're ready to start assembling, and I am going to trim this off actually. So what I don't want to do is glue this onto this piece of paper before I put the paper down and then trim it and have it in line with this piece of paper. I kind of want it on right onto the edge, proper edged. I'm just going to grab, I think these scissors might be a bit big, but I'll make sure it's straight. Keep that in the same place, just be brave. Okay, let's test that. Okay, yes, I'm happy with that. So let's glue this one on as well. I did go a bit too far down on that one, so I should have trimmed that off slightly, but I can kind of wing it. Okay, let's get the glue on here. And I'm going to glue these lamps, if any do kind of flap about a bit. But we'll see how it goes. Okay, there we go. Right, so we do have a little bit of edging there, but that's fine. You do whatever you find you can live with. We can all live with different levels of things, so we're all a bit different. I'm just going to trim that down. There we go. Oops, I went in a bit too much there, but I'm just going to get that on. Hi Gillian, don't worry, there's always catch up. We're just decorating the front of this album now. So, let's get the London on. So I'm just going to grab something here just to keep this level. It wants to slope downwards, which I don't want it to slope downwards because I'm trying to balance things on the top. So we're just going to, I just popped some things in there. So I'm going to add my letters now, just to the front. And then we've got the D here. So what I'm doing is I'm placing everything before I commit to glue, just to make sure I I'm happy with it. There we go, and we're going to glue it together just like that. Okay, I'm happy with how that looks. This is going to be a really exciting little album, and I'm not even going to put the date on there because I do have some photographs from a previous year, because I won't be going to London this year to get any photographs or anything like that. So I'm going to reuse some of my older ones, and then I'll add the date at the bottom as well. So now is pretty much the perfect chance there for catching up on previous years. So make sure you get your ends the right way round. We've all put a letter on upside down, I know we have. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Okay, I did get a bit of a glue there, but again, it will dry clear. Oh, thank you, Gillian. I'm hoping the camera's picking up all the lovely colours. It looks like it is. It looks very vibrant. Almost, yeah, it looks almost pretty much the same vibrancy in person as it is on camera, because I can see it on the screen over there. So I'm really pleased how this is turning out, because then you can actually really see this. So it's like eye candy. It really is. I could look at this all day. This is definitely one of those albums that you would have with the front cover on display, and I don't even think that it needs anything at all here. I wouldn't. I'm just going to keep it nice and simple. So my next decision is whether I'm going to have this down here further up and have a border, or I can possibly trim something. I do have my leftovers, that's all I've got left. I could probably, yeah, I will probably cut a nice little strip for that. So out comes the paper trimmer, and that's 4 inches. I think that's going to be too wide, but let's have a look. Oh, that finishes that off really nicely. Oh, I love it. I really do. Okay, so let's get this popped on. Should I use? Yes, I'm going to use dimensionals. Oh, these are the mini dimensionals from Stampin' Up. They're absolutely tiny. Look how small they are. And there we go. We've got the bigger ones. Let's pop these on. If you haven't tried these, I recommend them definitely. And oh, I think I need a smaller one perhaps for Big Ben. There we go. I think that just about fits. Oops. I could have gone for one of the smaller ones, but a hexagon is always slimmer on its straight sides. Okay, let's get that popped down. Sorry if I'm out of focus. I've got everything focused more or less round about this level because my camera just kind of goes if I have autofocus on, so I'm sure you'd rather see what I'm doing, so we're going to have this on fixed focus for now. Okay, so let's pop that down. I like the way Big Ben kind of covers the D a little bit. And did you know Big Ben? It's actually the bell that's called Big Ben. The actual building is part of Westminster. Is it Westminster Tower? I think something like that. But the bell is actually the Big Ben. And I think it's current. I don't know if the renovations have finished, but for a very long time it's had scaffolding around Big Ben. around the building. I absolutely love how this is looking. Can't wait to film my photos. Right, I've lost my piece of paper. Here it is. Right, let's pop this on. I'm going to need some more dimensionals. We'll use the big ones again. And then we can start doing a little bit of work on the inside. If you've seen any of my other videos, I don't like to over decorate before I add any of my photographs, because I kind of like to do that at the same time, but I kind of want to have a little bit of a starting point to help me get started. Something came off my hand there. There we go. I've got bits of glue and everything stuck to my fingers now. Yes, Lisa, I love this. This is from Tonic. I think it's Craft Perfect. I have no idea what the shade is. Oh, I've got bits stuck to my nails. Some sort of red luster. I have been told that Sizzix have something similar, so I'm going to check that out. Let's pop that down. There we go. I absolutely love this. And here will be the perfect place for adding your date. So if you have any smaller dies that will do numbers, that will be absolutely perfect for that. Okay, I'm hoping my glue hasn't dried. So I am still keeping my eye on the comments, so if you do have any questions, please let me know. And again, this is going to make a fabulous Christmas present as well. If you have any London lovers in your life, this will be absolutely perfect for them. I absolutely love this. It's just so pretty. Okay, let's get the back cover on. Oh, I like the red too. I'm gonna have to cover this side up. Make sure your book's the right way round. Yes, it is. Oops, it moves around quite a bit because of the glitter card, so just be wary of that. Okay, there we go. There's the back cover, and I do have a couple of bits that I can show you now for if you want to decorate this further. I do have another set here, which is the Shaped Tags gift die set. Now these are quite diddy. Here they are, but this London bus here, again, you can use these as gift tags. I would pair them up with a circle as well for you to write your sentiments on, so they're nice and layered. And you can trim this top bit off there and use that as a nice accent. So maybe do I have enough card to try this? I do! Now that's a stroke of luck. Let's try that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop all of these out, and then I'm going to chop off this top section there, because I'm not going to be threading any string through it or anything like that. This is going to be absolutely perfect for the back of the album, and again, even decorating throughout your album as well. Now there is does that come out? No. Okay, so there is another piece that I should really use. Where's the die set? I've cast it aside. Here we are. Right, so I'm keeping them in this little bag that it comes in because I want it to I don't want to lose any little bits, because some of these are pretty small, and I can see the one I want, I just can't get it. I don't want to tip them out. Let's get the big ones out of the way. There it is. This is the front grille for the bus. Whoops. Ah, thank you, Craig. He loves the new range. I was waiting for the grand Christmas tree to be delivered. I hope you have fun with that one. Oh wow, Lisa, you could see Big Ben from there. I bet that was a nice sight. There we are. And I just need to run that through. And then we can glue that together. And then after this, I can pop in my pockets. And then it will be ready for adding my photographs. There we go. I've made a really big mess. That's half the fun though. Okay, so this is going to be glued right on there. Wow, that looks really cool. I love that too. I'm going to take off the top tab. I can't remember if I've added this set to the description, but I will check afterwards and just add it if it's not there. Oh, that's lovely. So yeah, Lisa's saying it was one of those times it was November and she could see all the lights. So I'm presuming in November they get the Christmas lights up. So, but I think there's a lot of lights anyway nowadays. So okay, so I've got the grill popped on now. It's starting to curl up a little bit because it's foil. I'm going to pop these in there to keep it flat. I'm just going to glue this on. Again, you can use dimensionals if you want to. Some foam pads. There we go. So this bus is going to be absolutely perfect for decorating on the inside as well. So off camera, I'm going to be cutting out some more papers here just for the inside cover and the outside cover. So let's pop in some of the pockets now. So as I pop this together a little bit differently, I have these flaps on the outside. So let me find all of my pockets that I cut out. Here we go, and I don't want to lose this, so let's have a little bit of a tidy before we lose anything. I actually found a tiny die in my suitcase when I got back from Hochanda. I need to find which die set it came from, and I don't even think it was from this time. I think it was from another time when I used my suitcase, so I need to track that down. Okay, so do we go for the crosses or the lines, or do we go for the stripes? That matches, that blends in too much. I think I'm going to go for the stripes. So let me quickly show you the die that I used for that. Where's the die set? Here it is. I have used the longer of the two of this die here, because this one here is designed to go with the small gift bag from the flexible gift bag, so that it will fit that pocket too. So there's loads of choice in here on the things that you can make. So this is the mini album there that I made with the gift bags. And you also get another pocket, a long pocket, that you can cut out. So these flaps will go on the inside, so you can have those on your cover as well. You can have them on your pages too. Loads of different options, and all of these die sets now have additions where you can do shaped pockets and all these, and it's got lovely fun accessories as well. So I've die cut 6 of these because I have 6 pages with 6 of these tabs to cover. So I'm just choosing a nice contrasting pocket there. So I've cut them out of this is Creative Expressions cardstock, and I think it's cobalt. It's a lovely shade of blue. I think it's called cobalt, but it's listed down below. And then this is your pocket there, so you can pop in just ordinary photos. If you have tickets and things like that, that's going to look really nice as well. So let's turn this over. So this would be a good place here to add this one because it matches this one. Or we can add that blends in. This adds a nice contrast, and I'm going to go with this one because it's taking a hint of the red here and also the white too. So I think this one wins that page. Hi Denise. So again, I am using glue because it's nice and quick, but again, if you want to use the red line tape, then go ahead. Pop that on. Again, I've also used my bone folder to get these folds as flat as possible, because then you get a bit of a tighter pocket that way. Okay, so let's choose the next one now. So this one here is a lovely accent to that one. So let's hope my last one matches the last page, otherwise I'll be cutting out a different mat. There we go. And on some of these pages, these flaps at the bottom, you can barely even see that is there because of the style and the pattern of the paper. And don't go too close to this fold line either, otherwise it's going to have difficulty turning over. Okay, so next we have this lovely red one, so blue one, so we can pop that there, but then this matches that side. So remember to audition. I don't like that one there, so I'm thinking that one for this one. Nope. Nope. I'm going to have to put, yes, that one there. And that one kind of matches that one too. This one's going to be too busy, I think. So we'll pop this one here. And then this one we can pop there. Okay, decisions made. That is how I basically make my decisions. I test everything, see how it looks. So there is a large gap between all of these pages, so you can absolutely stuff this album full of photographs, and there's even a waterfall element here. If you don't know what I mean by a waterfall, this would be a waterfall. Here we go. This will be a waterfall here. So you can make that as well. It's perfectly sized for this album. Okay, we've done that one. It was the red one for this one, wasn't it? And then it was, yes it was. We've all stuck things in the wrong place before and then lived to regret the tale. Okay, last one. Now, I probably spent about 30 to 45 minutes prepping for this video. Die cutting, choosing my papers, and die cutting and colouring in all of this. So, and then this has taken me about an hour to get to this stage. So really, this is a realistic project for you to finish in a really good crafty session. Possibly 2.5 to 3 hours, I would say. It's up to you whether you want to do it in the same session, if you want to add your photographs. Again, personally, I like to have a break before I go back to adding photographs. So I kind of do it in 2 hits. Just because I get tired and then you start making mistakes and things, and creatively, your kind of creative burst has already, you've spent it already, so you kind of need to do a little bit of a refill, which I tend to need to do. So I will take a break and then add the photos afterwards. Okay, so I just need to cut some new bits for the inside cover. So let's clear the decks and we'll do a quick overview on the album. This is how I tidy. I just move everything to the side. Okay, so the pens that I've used to colour in, I've used the grey here underneath this one is brown grey. This is the Spectrum Classic, and I used the flame red on the original bus, but I changed my mind because I wanted it all to match. And I used hazelnut for Big Ben, and I have used camo green for the trees. I need to glue those down. And then I also have some Nuvo glitter drops. This is upside down. This is White Blizzard, and I'm going to add some snow just to the tops here and along here and on the tops of the trees and a bit on the spire here at the top. I'm going to do that last. So let's have a quick flick through. So we have a pocket page here. So you have 6 large pocket pages, and then you have 6 ordinary pages, sorry, pockets here at the bottom. And if you want to, you can then die cut more to make a pocket for the side if you have more things to add. And again, you get some lovely decorative mats here as well. So I have literally just concentrated on the portrait album die set, but in the bundle you get the small ultimate binding spine die set, and you also get the landscape album die set too. So this is the deal of the day today, which is, what is the date today? I'm losing track. It's the 25th. Oh, how many months till Christmas? So we got November, 2 months today until Christmas. You've got to get moving. Okay, so this is the deal of the day. It's $39.99. It ends at midnight GMT. We're back in GMT now. It's not BST anymore. It's GMT. So that ends in just a couple of hours. But again, if you're watching this on replay and you've missed this offer, there are always plenty of Simply Made craft offers coming up on Craft Stash. They always have some sort of offer going along, so keep an eye out for that too if you've missed this one. Okay, so keep looking through the rest of this, and then I'm going to add some snow. So go back to my glitter Nuvo drops, and I really want to have this in silver, these drops in silver. I'm hoping the camera is picking some of this up, so I'm just going to start off with just a sprinkling on the top. You can even do the letters as well. This is really going to be quite visible on this black here. This is quite an old one. I've had this a good 3 or 4 years, I would say, so possibly might need to buy myself a new one. We'll see how it goes. I might just have to unblock it a little bit because it's a bit old. So let's see, can you even see that? You can just about see it. This is the thing with glitter and all that. You kind of need to see it in person. I'm just going to pop some snow there. Again, I want to get this in silver. I think it's called Moonshine or Moonstone or something like that. I'm just adding this to the bottom of the windows too. And this is going to take a little bit of time to dry. There we go. It's going to be really hard to see that, but to the naked eye in person, it's really sparkly and nice. Okay, so that is my Christmas in London mini album, and you can make a whole set of these as well, and all the other mini albums too, so you can make different volumes and different themes and things like that, one for every year if you've gone every single year. Okay, so I've linked everything that I can think of down below. I think I just need to add the gift tags there, but the whole entire everything is linked in one link for the entire new collection. Okay, so if you like this one, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you all again really soon. So I hope everyone has a good evening, and I'll see you all later.